Alright, so I left the last video off with the hull patched. I'm going to do fair and compound and get it ready for paint, which will be a couple of coats of epoxy barrier paint and then Interlux Perfection. So let me go ahead and get that started. I've got this all mixed up and ready for the first coat, and which I started, and I forgot to turn the camera on. My bad. And let's get this first coat on. It's actually a lot smoother than I expected. I was a little concerned that this might not blend in very well, but it looks like it's actually blending in extremely well. So we'll see how this goes. This is a rough coat. It's going to have to be sanded in, so I'm not too worried about these lines. Alright, so the fairing compound I've set in is set, and now I'm going to shape it. I've switched over to some 80 grit, and I'm basically going to smooth this down, see where we're at, give it a little bit of shape where it's needed, and probably go for another layer of fairing compound after that. So let me go ahead and get started with that. I think that looks good to me. Clean this up, clean it with acetone, and then we'll put another layer of fairing compound over it just to blend it in a little better. So I've already got one coat of fairing compound in. I wasn't quite happy with the way it looked, and I ended up reshaping a lot of this glass. Going with the next layer of fairing compound. One thing I wanted to point out, this area right here, this chine, was compromised, and apparently water got in. What I've ended up finding is that there's a whole strip where the hull was soft, and I've injected foam underneath and reinforced it. But interesting point is that it's not that the foam was wet. It appears that the foam was gone, or the fiberglass was somehow deteriorated, which I find to be interesting, because mostly what you hear with whalers is that the foam gets saturated. But anyway, that's all reinforced. It was a lot more work than I anticipated, but we're getting close to a point where we're going to paint. I'm going to get this fairing compound on. I'll use a long flexible board to sand it down, get rid of any pinholes that are left, and we'll be ready to paint. Of course, you know I'm going to be using the Totalboat fairing compound. Love the stuff. Alright, I'm going to clean up the tools, change gloves, take a quick break, and then I'm going to come back and mix up another batch with a fresh piece of cardboard and finish fairing out the boat everywhere I see that it needs some fairing compound for scratches, whatever. There it is. I was missing one of these. So I've got all the fairing compound in, but the next thing I need to do is there's some gaps in here in the keel. Let me give you a close-up to show you what I'm talking about. You can see chunks of missing keel. And what most people use is Marine Tex. I found an alternative to that, PC11. It's a two-part epoxy, very similar to Marine Tex. Mix equal amounts, one's white, one's blue. Mix them till you get a nice even shade. Should be as strong as the Marine Tex, but it's a fraction of the price. Well, not a fraction, but it is significantly less. So I'm always willing to give stuff a try, so I'll give this a shot and see how it works out. And you guys can figure it out if you want to use it on your own restoration. What I'll do is when that cures in about 18 hours, I will sand it and shape it if I can, and then fill in any gaps that might be left over. So I'll be doing this in two parts. The PC11 sanded down really good. I think it's going to look pretty awesome once it gets painted. Now we got to sand everything down, get the fairing compound even with the gel coat so that we can get ready for the next steps. Yeah, it kind of sounds like the murder hornets, huh? So I bought this flexible longboard specifically for this project. I've got it loaded with 120 sandpaper. It is flexible, but the neat thing is that it lets you get all your fairing compound and whatever areas you have filled in flush with the surrounding areas. The flexibility is because it's a boat hull and there's a lot of contours in there, so I can kind of go around the curves and areas that are have unique shapes with this. It's done a really good job. I'm really pleased that I bought this. All right, so the patching and sanding, fairing compound, all that's done. We're about ready to epoxy. Let me wash this boat down. After that, we'll get ready to put a coat of primer on. I'm using the Totalboat Total Protect Barrier Coat for the first coat of primer. I have a quart of gray that I have left over. Long story, but I wanted to go ahead and use it before I put the white on. I've actually ordered a gallon of the white to go over this. I'll go into more detail on using the Total Protect Barrier Coat in the next video, where I'll be applying several coats of the white prior to the final finish. Good stuff, 3-to-1 ratio as far as mixing it. Extremely thick, and it's actually very thick. You want to make sure you do a good job of stirring it up. It may even be beneficial to take it to a big box store and have them shake the can to get everything dissolved into the barrier coat before you put it on. I put the first coat on fairly thin in the hopes of stretching it out. It turns out that this was really unnecessary. What I found out was that 1 quart will do a 13-foot whaler comfortably, so that you don't need to try to stretch this out or even thin it out unless you have other reasons to do so, like spraying or to compensate for the temperature. All right, so the first coat of gray primer is done. It's dry. And as expected, all the little defects that we missed when doing the initial repairs and fairing compound are visible. So what I'm going to do is wipe this down, get some fairing compound in the areas that needs it, and we'll sand with 80, and then we'll go with the white fairing compound. So before I do that, let me go ahead and clean it with denatured alcohol, because even a day or two out in the wild leaves a bunch of crap all over it. And then I'll just start going over the whole boat and getting the areas that need additional fairing compound filled in. Alright, so I've got pretty much everything patched up. I've pretty much got everything patched up with fairing compound. I'm going to go over it one more time, and if I missed any spots, hit it. But we'll let the stuff cure, sand it with 80 grit. Actually, the whole boat has to be sanded with 80 grit so we can get the next coat of primer, epoxy primer on. And hopefully then we'll be ready for some paint, finally. So one thing we found out is that once we had everything ready, we gave it a coat of great primer, and it brought out a lot of mistakes. So gone on over it with fairing compound, and of course now another layer of sanding. We're going to sand the fairing compound down to a good level with this flat board, and then go over the whole thing with 80 grit by hand. Hopefully then we'll be ready for coats of white primer. And we get to sand the whole boat with 80 grit. It's really fun. In case you're wondering, this is the condensed version of the 80 grit sanding. I did go back and go over the entire boat with 80 grit again prior to doing anything with primer. And just like that, barbershops and stylists were open again. Well, I've got it faired, sanded, initial coat of gray primer, and what we can see is that the gray primer highlighted a lot of defects. And I went back and faired again, sanded. Did it twice actually, just to cover all the spots I can find. I'm sure once we get the regular primer on this, it's going to show up some more defects, but I'll probably have to live with that, because you can only sand and prime and fair and sand and prime again so many times. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, hit like, share, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell. Thanks for watching.